everybody, it's Chris Eads, known online as Wootini, here with another Gay Gamer video podcast for you. I did not go to the movies this week. I had a family thing, so no movies. Let's just jump into the games. And I almost forgot last week, but this week, obviously, I cannot forget because the big news was Nintendo's Switch 2 Direct, where they announced all kinds of stuff about the Switch 2. I have to say, not impressed. Sorry, you knew that was coming, though. You had to know that was coming. I was not into the Switch 2 to begin with, and this video did not change my mind at all. Because the thing is that usually Nintendo is a little more innovative and stuff so that you get, like, you know, the Wii with motion controls, or the 3DS with the 3D screen that doesn't need glasses, or the original DS with 2 screens. How's that going to work? That could be fun for gameplay, and it's all innovative and different. So when the Switch came out, I was like, holy crap, it's a system where you can play actual proper console games portably. And it's amazing. That's so cool. I want one, like now. And it helped that it came with a Zelda game that looked awesome and was a lot of fun until I hit the end and it got way too hard and I got frustrated and I gave up. But overall, I very much did enjoy playing that all the time. And I even bought Skyrim again just because I knew that playing it portably would mean that I would eventually finish the storyline. And I did. Yay me. So, the Switch was great. But the Switch 2, it's just an incremental upgrade of the existing Switch. So now it's like Sony and Microsoft, where it's just the new Xbox or the new PlayStation. It's the same, but, you know, better graphics, faster processor, and a couple of new features and whatever. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's just an incremental upgrade. So for me, the Switch 2 isn't something that I need at launch because it's not anything, like, I don't need that because I already have a Switch that will play games, and that's fine. So it becomes like the Xbox and PlayStation. What are the games? Because I will buy one when there is a game that I really want to play that I can only play on the Switch 2. And unfortunately, the games shown in this trailer did not do that. Like, I know y'all are excited for Mario Kart. I don't care about Mario Kart, and I certainly don't care about Mario Kart for $80. That is effing insane. An $80 video game. Holy crap. Like, so, and I mean, the Switch itself is $450, which actually means that the Switch 2 Mario Kart bundle for $500 is actually a pretty good deal because you're saving $30 on the game. So that's a decent savings, honestly. So I'm sure they will sell tons of those bundles. But yeah, that price I was like, oof. There's a reason they didn't mention it in the Direct because it was off-putting. Like, I already wasn't really interested, but if I was slightly interested in getting a Switch 2 at launch, that would have killed any interest at all, because that's just bonkers. And the problem is with Nintendo games, like, they don't come down in price, you know? Like, I was like, oh, how much did I pay for the Switch when it came out? And I looked it up, and it was $300 when it came out, which is expensive, but still not horrible. It's not $450. But I was like, $300, yes, that's fine. But then I looked at Best Buy's website, and they're still charging $300 for it. So I'm like, God, they didn't even lower the price of it over these years. Because they don't do that with games either. Because, like, with Sony, like, I don't know about Microsoft because I only just got my Xbox in November, so I haven't really been checking the store on my Xbox to check the sales, to see how regular the sales come and how low the prices can get and stuff like that. But I've been with PlayStation for years, so I know that, like, The Quarry comes out and it's $60. And I know if I wait a few months, you can get it for like $30. And if you wait as long as I did, you can get it for $10. So you can get things super cheap if you just wait a while. Because it's not like, you know, back in the day when you had, like, stores who would want to put games on sale to clear shelves and storage space. Here it's digital, so they don't need to sell them. You know, they don't need to clear up shelf space. They can just let them sit there for $60 forever. Like, I remember playing the demo for Another Code Recollection on my Switch and saying, I rather enjoyed that. Some fun puzzles, a little mystery, I like this. I think I might get this. But then the game came out and it was $60. And I'm like, I know you had to it was a DS remake, so I know you had to upgrade the graphics and do a bunch of changes to make it a Switch game, but I still felt like $60 was a lot. And then they're like, I remember getting an email months ago, and Nintendo's like, we're having a big sale in the Switch store. And I was like, oh, what do you have? And I looked, oh, Another Code is on sale for $40. And I'm like, that's still not great. And I was in the middle of another game, and I was like, no, I'm good, thank you. But the problem is like, I can't say like, oh, well, I'm in the middle of another game, I'll wait and see if it goes down even lower, because it won't. It's $60 again now, and who knows if it'll go on sale again. I don't know. So this is the problem with the Switch and Nintendo games, is that they don't come down in price. So the fact that Nintendo is now pricing them all at like $60, $70, $80 is bonkers. And you'll never get them on sale, really. And if you do get them on sale, you'll only save like $10 or $20. But yeah, there were no games that made me go, ooh, I need to buy a Switch 2 to play that. I will admit, the Donkey Kong game actually looked like a lot of fun. Because I surprised myself with enjoying Super Mario Odyssey. So I think the Donkey Kong game looks like that. It looks like it could be a lot of fun. So I'm like, all right, when I do eventually get a Switch 2, I'll probably get that Donkey Kong game. Of course, it's going to cost $70 still, but whatever. But none of the other games they showed really like blew me away and made me say, oh, I need a Switch 2 to play that. I was impressed that they had a bunch of third-party games, and they were more recent games, because the problem with the Switch is that it was too far behind the Xbox and PlayStations, so you didn't have as much multi-platform games as you used to. But now I feel like Nintendo is, I don't know if they're on par with the PS5 and the Xbox X. I think that they're maybe still a little behind, but they're close enough that they can release the newer games on the Switch 2. So I don't know if we can play the new Assassin's Creed or anything, but they showed Star Wars Outlaws, which, is recent, and that would be something where I would go, oh, I would like to play that portably, because I would finish it faster, because I could play it wherever. But then, of course, will it play as well as it does on the PlayStation or the Xbox? That's the dilemma, because when I was looking at Disney Dreamlight Valley, I thought, oh, that would be good to have portably. But then people were like, no, it doesn't play as well. It crashes and it freezes up, and like the load times are terrible and blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, I'll get it on the PlayStation then, thanks. So if Star Wars Outlaws plays well, or Cyberpunk 2077, if they play well, then that's fine. But I don't feel like they do. I don't feel like they will. I feel like it's not quite up to par, so So you're going to have to take a little bit of slowdown, and graphical fidelity won't be quite as strong, so that you can play it portably. And then the other dilemma is, do you buy Star Wars Outlaws on the Switch 2 for $60, $70 so that you can play it portably, or do you get it on the PlayStation or Xbox for like probably $30, $40 on sale because it's been out for a while? There's your dilemma again. But I do feel like the Switch 2 isn't quite as strong as the PS5 or Xbox XS, because they showed some footage from the Star Wars Outlaws look like a cutscene, so you can't tell. But they showed some footage from Elden Ring, which came out a few years ago, and the animation just looked stiff and not great. There's one shot with the character with like really long stringy hair that just didn't flow. It just sort of moved as like a mass. Now, I didn't play Elden Ring. I don't play the From Software games anymore because they're so hard and annoying and they piss me off. So, no. So maybe that's how it looks on the PlayStation or the Xbox. I don't know. If you've played them, let me know. Maybe, but from what I saw in the trailer, the animation, the graphics looked detailed and fine, but the animation just didn't look smooth and flowy and like I see on a PlayStation game or an Xbox game. It felt very stiff and Switch-like, Like, obviously, the first-party games, Mario Kart and Kirby and Donkey Kong, those all look fabulous because Nintendo knows what they're doing. But the third-party games porting things onto the Switch, too, I feel like it's not going to be as good as the Xbox or PlayStations. But we'll see when they come out. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But I am just, there's nothing there to make me spend $500 on a Switch 2. Eventually, there will come a game, and I will get a Switch 2. And, I almost forgot. Talking about pricing, because the pricing is insane. Talking about insane pricing, there is the Switch 2 Welcome experience, which is like a tech demo with a bunch of little mini games that like show off the features of the Switch 2 and like little maraca games to show the rumble and the different types of rumble that you can get. And it's just showing off the technology. And that should totally be like a free download pack-in game, tech demo kind of thing. But they're calling it a paid experience, which means they're going to charge money for that. And I'm like, that should be free. That should be a free tech demo in every Switch 2. As a free download. I paid $500 for my PlayStation 5, and I got that Astrobots Playroom for free. That was a free demo to show off the technology of the PlayStation 5. And that was included. So the fact that I'm hoping maybe all this backlash over the pricing will make Nintendo say, all right, fine, we won't charge for it. We'll just give it as a free download. It's a tech demo. Like, who's going to buy that? I mean, maybe if they charge $10, you'll get some sales. But judging from what they're charging for everything else, I'm like, this is like $20. They're going to charge like $20 for this thing, and no one's going to want it. Except the completionists who are insane. So yeah, I have no intention of buying a Switch 2 anytime this year. We will see. Eventually there will come a game that they will release that I will want to play. I did notice in one of the videos clips they showed some Professor Layton in the World of Steam, but again, just said 2025, so who knows when it's coming out. I was hoping maybe they'd at least give me a month, but no. But that I'm not getting on I'm not getting a Switch 2 to play that, because that's coming out for the Switch as well, and it'll play just fine on the Switch. So there's no reason to spend $500 to get it on a new system. It'll play on the one I have, and the one I have plays fine. I feel like eventually I will buy one, because eventually they will release a new Animal Crossing game, and thus I will have to buy the new Switch 2 with the new Animal Crossing. And hopefully they'll do a bundle so I can get it for $500 and save $30. So I don't have to pay $450 and $80 for the new Animal Crossing game. We shall see. And unfortunately, it won't go down in price, so it will still cost $500. But for Animal Crossing, I'll probably do it. And then by that point, there will be a bunch of games that I will also want to play, and it'll be fine. So yeah, if you're looking forward to the Switch 2, bless your heart. More power to you. Enjoy. I hope you enjoy it when it comes out. I will enjoy mine eventually. In other news, I have been making progress in my games. I finished the Star Path in Disney Dreamlight Valley with like almost 2 weeks to go. Go me. So I got all my rewards, which included the little summer house, which I thought was cute and is perfect for the season. This past week, they started the Extravaganza event again, with eggs everywhere. And I was just gonna ignore it. But then I saw they added some new recipes for crafting, and there was this cute little tree with eggs on it that I thought was cute, so I gathered up enough eggs to craft the tree, and now I have something seasonal for the next few weeks. Infinity Nikki, I basically did everything in this new update, all the little side quests and activities and whatever. I did all of the stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I have all my rewards, whatever. And I was underwhelmed with this one, and so it's funny because they keep asking, they're like, hey, take the survey, we'll give you a reward of diamonds if you take the survey. And I've never taken the survey because I thought that doing it on the PlayStation would be kind of annoying, because I clicked it and it opens the web browser in the PS5, and I was like, oh, no, we're not doing that. But this time I did it because I wanted to tell them that I was a little underwhelmed by this update. And it wasn't too bad. It's mostly just multiple choice, click here, click here, click here. And then a few things you have to type explanations, but I kept it short and sweet, so it wasn't too bad typing with my controller. But I wanted to let them know that I was like, the last one was better. It had a better story and stuff. This one was a little meh. And I didn't care about the outfits and whatever. I did do quite well with Starfield. As you might recall, last episode I mentioned I did the Londinium mission, and that turned out to be easier than I expected, and it also turned out to be basically the climax of the UC Vanguard questline, because after that, it's basically like the next mission is go talk to Vivictus, and then the mission after that is go talk to the council and decide what to do about Vivictus. And the thing is that I was like, no, you're facing justice, you're a horrible monster, and you will be taken care of now, thank you. So I let it be known, and they can take care of him. I did look online just to see, and if you keep his secret and let him get away with his like genocide and whatever, he will give you like extra missions to do. But I'm like, this game already has more missions than I can possibly do, so I don't need more missions, and I don't want to do missions for him because he's evil. So goodbye. And so you basically like deal with the terramorph situation, and I picked the natural solution for the terramorphs, not the bioengineered solution that could have potentially been dangerous. I'm sure that it would not have been a problem. Like, it's not like I would pick that and then like a little down the line it would be like, oh, suddenly there's this biochemical terrorist attack and this is bad and you picked the wrong one. Like, I think they're both fine. It just matters like how your companions see it, because Sam wasn't crazy about it and Andreja wasn't crazy about it. But after the mission completed, she was like, hey, I need to talk to you. And she was like, hey, here's my whole deal. And she like totally confessed a whole bunch of stuff, and there's a big twist and a reveal, and I was like, oh my goodness. And so now I'm like, I need to do your friendship quest, because I think your friendship quest could be very interesting. So I was going to go back and get Sam and then go do the end of the Freestar Ranger mission, which I think I'm at the climax of that as well. But I think I'm going to do that with Andreja so that I can get her going more and I can get her friendship quest, because I really want to do that. So Sam, we're married, you're good. You can just sit in the lodge with your daughter and I'll visit you periodically. Of course, I'm not doing the Freestar Ranger quest right now. I am actually doing this. I'm doing another activity. But I am clearly nearing the end of the game because I did finish the one quest line, which also, by the way, got me a reward. Not only did I become a citizen, but I became like a special priority 1 citizen, where like they gave me this amazing penthouse that like overlooks the city. And I tried decorating, but I don't have really good furniture to decorate with, so it's kind of lame looking, and I might not bother, because who goes there? Like, you decorate your house and it's like, you never see it, because you're not going to your house. You're off on missions all the time. But I guess if you like to play decorating, like I do in Animal Crossing, but it doesn't amount to anything. You don't really use it, so it's sort of like, it's just something fun to do, because they didn't know what else to put into Starfield, because the game wasn't big enough. We have to do even more. It's insane. No wonder these developers are going crazy with deadlines and their heads exploding. They make them too big. They don't need to be this big, guys. Regular is fine. So that's it. I'm going to shut up now because this has gone on way too long. And I'll see you next episode for more of something. Who knows? Bye!